Hey y'all, IrixGuy here, and I want to provide an update. You can probably hear my throat is quite scratchy right now, but I've come down with just a lot of nasal drainage. I've had a headache, I've had the chills, and I've got this sore throat that's still there. So I've been trying to sleep as much as possible. Obviously, I've self-quarantined. I've made the decision to not go to a medical institution because I feel that if what I have is not what's in the news, and I don't want to say it because I don't want to talk about that in this video, but if it's just a standard cold or something related to all the stuff blooming in the spring, I don't want to overreact, and I don't want to intentionally expose myself to a large crowd of people that potentially have that virus. So with that being the case, being self-quarantined is probably the best option. Obviously, if I start to feel worse, if I start to feel any sort of fluid or whatever in the lungs, that's when things are getting real. The unfortunate part is if that happens, at least at the time of filming this, there's no real cure for it. So hopefully it's percentage-wise, it's odds may be in one's favor, but I don't wish this virus upon anyone. So that being the case, the self-quarantine will provide a lot of opportunity. I mean, the world's falling apart temporarily, and I want to and see, I can't even wipe my nose, because if I wipe it on my arm, then I'm putting my arm or my hands close to my face. And if I blow my nose on a paper towel, then I'm wasting a paper towel. And paper towels are like gold right now. And I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I mean, I've always been a planner, and I felt that I was somewhat prepared, but I didn't, admittedly, I didn't go all in like I felt I should. Because I felt that over preparation was just an excessive expense, and it would be silly to do that. I mean, I did get some of the stuff that I knew I needed. I mean, I got a lot of toilet paper because you got to wipe your butt. But I mean, other than that, man, I didn't get as much stuff as I should have. But with that being the case, I've got enough to ride this out. Like anyone that's anticipating the next step, not to incite fear or anything like that. But I've already got a bug out plan. I know where I can go and be off the grid, plenty of resources, fresh water. Obviously it's not going to be, it's going to be a remote area, but, sometimes if there is an SHTF scenario, and again, I'm not trying to preach panic here, but if there is a situation such as that, you need to have that bug out location already established. You need to be familiar with how to get to and from. If that bug out location does not meet your expectations after you're there for a few days, you need to have another plan. But right now, my plan is to rest, and again, the best thing and I hope it's not that virus that's on the news, but the best thing typically for any sort of sickness is rest and hydration, because that's important. So what I want to do is get over the hump to where I know that I feel confident that I haven't contracted this, and get over that hump, and then stay self-quarantined to reduce the risk of passing it along to others. I mean, maybe I did have it. Maybe I just had a mild case of it. Maybe it was a standard type of flu. Maybe it was a reaction to the things that are blooming. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm just I don't know what I am. I'm not a doctor or a medical or a lawyer or anything like that. So I'm just this guy on YouTube, and that's the thing. I mean, I've got to pump out a lot of content, but the content's been slow because obviously I'm trying to get over this, because if my health goes down, you know, if you're not healthy enough to produce, you're doomed. So, you know, with everything else going on, I do want to take advantage of the opportunity and create a unique set of content for the channel that I haven't created before. But again, I've got to inoculate this. I don't want to speculate what it is, but I mean, I have totally this self-quarantine place where I am. I mean, I have scrubbed, you know, everything, door handles, everything. I mean, it's I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? But tell me what you think within the comment section below. Again, can't touch my face. But my nose is about to start dripping again, so I'm going to stop this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned, because I'm going to have a lot of content. And I don't want to, you know, it's not my goal here to create any sort of perceived fear. It's my goal to continue to provide adventure-oriented content. And this adventure is just a new adventure that none of us have I'm assuming none of us have encountered before. I mean, you may have encountered the stock market meltdown several, what was that, 2008, 2009. And then, you know, but to have a pandemic, I know I haven't experienced a pandemic in my lifetime. So stay tuned. It's going to get exciting. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain IrixGuy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/IrixGuy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.